Most real estate professionals want what's best for their buyers, but some don't do the research necessary to find the right fit, particularly when it comes to community associations, condos, and homeowners associations. I'm Betsy Barbieux, a coach and founder of Florida CAM Schools, which provides education and professional development to community association management professionals. Let's take 5 minutes to talk about some things real estate professionals can do to make the learning process go smoother. I do manage a few smaller communities, and some of these ideas are things I've implemented to avoid unhappy buyers. I know one story of a buyer from a rural area in Indiana who was not prepared for the fact that they had to give up some of their rights to do what they want with their home, such as hanging a wreath on the door. If the sales associate had educated the buyer on some of the rules and restrictions of the homeowners association, the buyer might have passed on the property. So that's a strategy number one. I have a spreadsheet of the communities I manage, so when I get asked questions about whether the community allows pets or children, or if architectural approval is needed for modifications, I can reference it. You can do the same for your communities you're selling. And if there are requirements that are odd or different, you should mention them. For example, if it's a condo, who pays for the screen on the lanai? Or that the cars have to be parked in the garage with the garage door kept shut? Or there might be restrictions on renting. This also means going above and beyond by telling buyers the key things about the community and property. Of course, the information most critical to pass on are the rules and regulations of the association. I work with a couple of realtors in the area who routinely ask me to keep them updated on changes to different communities' rules and regulations. They keep electronic copies of those documents on hand so they can give them to potential buyers. So my second strategy is to stay up to date on the rules and regulations of the communities where you work. Remember, just giving them these documents isn't enough. Like I said before, make sure that if an investor buyer wants to rent out the property, the agent should be the one making sure there are no restrictions. Let's face it, the buyers aren't always reading every word of those documents. You can serve them better by knowing the rules. My third strategy is to understand whether the community is a condominium, cooperative, or homeowners association. It's not always clear from the construction of the buildings, but determining what type of property it is makes a huge difference when you're talking about building maintenance. Finally, as of July 1st, 2017, more information is required to be provided to the buyer than ever before. Community associations are required to use forms that adhere to new statutory requirements. There is a maximum amount that a community association or community management company may charge for the preparation and delivery of an estoppel certificate. An itemized statement that includes anything that might be due at closing, including fees and open violations, must be attached. More about this form is available on your member website, floridarealtors.org. The name of the game when educating buyers about community associations is to be familiar with the rules and restrictions so your buyers know what to expect before closing. Doing so will earn you customers for life.